And if you stay till the end of the show, that I promise, I don't know how long it will take, but it will take enough of time. If you promise, you will see what's been in my mind since I've started. You guys can see me better over here. There you go. Since I've started this journey of using Cloud Code to really solve my business. Okay, I do martial arts for a living, and space, and everything has to do like extreme human performance. I think it's extreme. Like if you teach someone, if you're teaching someone to defend themselves, there's a level of extreme in there. Of course, if you're teaching someone to go into a spaceship, get trained to that level of thing, there's another level of extreme because of there is more systems involved, and and in fact, astronauts go on top of a flying ISBM, uh, ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. On the other hand, humans like you and me, as well, we go onto the streets every day, go into our lives, and bad stuff can happen. So I think um, I think there are things that we need to organize. So I've made so far like at least 40 hours of working with Cloud Code. There's a lot of things that I've done, but one key thing that I will talk to you guys is the problem of the distraction with being able to do everything. I'm going to say almost everything with Cloud Code. It's like just tremendous. Okay. So today I'm doing what's called a conceptual review. Okay. And in the world of systems engineering, in the world of like planning, like you've done a certain amount of work. The point is, where is this thing going on? Okay. Where am I achieving the results? And I can tell you that, for example, one of my key problems right now is that I don't have my ads are not bringing leads, at least not enough leads as I'm looking into. And there are methods to build ads. There is a set of things that I believe need to be done. So I'm doing an architectural review, like with the systems engineer mindset, okay? And I asked Cloud Code, let me share my screen. This is where it starts. So when you get in here today, you'll learn how to make an architectural review, okay? That is, you've done some pieces of work, you've got this idea, you've got a problem, we've already built something, and I'm trying to I'm thinking why have I not solved my problems yet? Because I think some things do take time. That's one thing. So you might ask, what am I building? I'm building an entire business system that can be used either by martial arts dojos, but by any company at all, to be fair, okay? Any company in the world. If you want to know about me, I've done this work extensively, and they paid me, I'm going to say millions of dollars. That's true. Okay, so I asked Cloud Code. The owner is doing a conceptual architecture review, and we find 6 threshold gap. My macro processes order does not reflect the value of driving value. What do I mean by that? Look, and I'll show you what do I mean by that, okay? Because I already mapped a lot of work and have connected things. So the amount of learning that I've had so far is just tremendous in terms of using Cloud Code, building apps. There's so many things so many things. Making an integration with Replit in here that was building images. And yes, I've used James Dickinson skills, but just have an idea of how do you architect a system that moves from macro understanding of the business to, do we have an agent in there? Do we have macro understanding of the business goals, business metrics, procedures and processes in detail, live data, integration of multiple sources, data, either Facebook ads, Meta ads, Facebook, Meta metrics called this way. My team, I've got 7 people working with me. My team approach, so there's a lot, man. There's just a lot that I've learned so far in order to integrate that with my current business. Okay. So this is the structure of the repository. I think that there is something missing over there. As I was listening to the group, the Vibe Marketing group, but I think the group needs to change its name because it's way more than Vibe Marketing. It's a ton more on, there we go. So currently, this is way more interesting, okay, in terms of what, this is my business. It provides you these strategic foundations. And I started falling in love with this stuff, man. Like anyone who starts designing a product, starts falling in love with the design and then forgets that even if it's good, we do need to have, here is something like, we do need to have business going on. We need to bring money, right? We need to bring money, we need to deliver value, we need to bring money to the ones that are working and value to the ones that are, that receive this. So I've got the strategic layer of foundation. This is still right. Like, my goal is to fix lead flow and show up. And guess what? As I was building a lot of this stuff, I started deviating from the fix lead flow and show up. That's just, I hope you can see. Let's see. I also learned how to use my Mac better. Like, I can press a screen and things just, I learned so many little things like command plus or command minus. So fix lead flow, this is pulled up from my business context, and these are goals that they need to be achieved. It does require dates over there. I just saw that. The reach and audience is, think about this as the value chain of work. I don't think that changes. Okay, there might be something at the end from reach, reach, audience, lead gen, conversion, delivery, and 6 months bridge. In case of my business, it's when people move to become longer students. And there is this business funnel key metrics. I think this is pretty cool. This is working. It does need more data. For example, I see that consult showed it's still to be done. It should have been updated. Okay. Then I started detailing tremendously these processes. And you can click to drill in. I think this is, I always wanted to do this, super important. And it does have the ability for you to go inside and drill on each sub process. Okay. Lead warm up, consultation and close, post phase upsell, 42 days onboarding. It's interesting because the codes are not the same. But the good thing is that tells you what you need to be done. Okay. And I did write all of these. These are day to day my problems in my as a business owner, and there's all the link tasks around here. So this thing has been like, but then I also built what's called the Business Intelligence Hub. Okay, that's when you look at the business even from a, well, interesting. I did build it, but it's not there. Go into repeat links. Let's see if the systems layer is there. Okay, and if the cost layer is there. Okay, it's not, or at least the links are not there. Okay, so there's all these things to improve. So I kind of fell in love with these, and now I understand, like, man, I do need to fix my lead flow and show up. And as a good founder that I am, I started getting more deep into trouble with what I call but like, look, I do need to issue a problem with forms. I need to solve this problem. I think maximize it. Okay. So remember that I said like, okay, there's something missing in here. I think that the macroprocessor does not reflect the value delivery sequence. It's kind of there, but it should be better. The SIPOC purpose field lacks the. This is super important. My view is that macroprocessor at the top using a methodology that's called SIPOC, supplier input process out supplier. That is who, what are the information that you come, where are they coming from? Inputs, what are the things that you receive? Process, this is how things get done at any level. Outputs, what do you deliver? And the customer to what or what process deliver. I know it's missing a new thing that is the purpose field focus on the AI measurable North Star. And you think like this, think about this a high level prompt, okay, properly written down. Something super important, plan, do, check, and act, not universal across all processes. I don't know if this is the one because plan, do, check, and act is an old method, not an old methodology, but we need to have something that continuously monitors if this is the best thing that you should have by now. Yeah, no consulting replication framework. If I want to build this for someone that's not there, no inter-process data contracts not committed. So yeah, and this gives you the idea. It does require a conceptual layer, and here I'm okay with that. And this is where this thing is going to blow up the world in a good way, because we do need things like metric current blast network interaction. This is where the AI agent will be able to work on, okay? Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, process depth built into the scaffold. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Ingestion, transformation, outputs, interesting. Okay, that's the type of thing that I was thinking. This is the consulting side. I still think there are things in here to do, to be fair. And I'm probably not thinking about everything because the verification layer, I think, is missing. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, is missing to think like a systems engineer applying a V model to this. And that's the point, that to do validation and verification of things. People don't like it, but I think it's like super robust. I don't really care about that. Okay, cool. Now, so this is my review. Okay. So on the side, this is working, as you guys can see, and I think this is tremendous. It's working as it's been working on a task. Okay, I'm gonna tell him this is one of the coolest things that I've learned. Okay, I think there is something fundamental missing in here. This project does not have a development methodology. we ask Claude, and it goes ahead and does whatever. We need to have something. So I'm going to ask him to use a systems engineering development methodology to do this. Essentially, it's going to replicate fast iteration. This is what I call fast iteration V models. That essentially, like you say, what do you want? What are the things that I have? How do I test it? What are the requirements to do that? Do I like good Facebook posts? I don't like it. We test it out and you try it. So I'm going to put this out there. And also, this is the problem, right? We have a tool that allows you or me or whoever to build whatever you want. And that is really scary because it's so easy to deviate from I need the results. What are my results right now? I need to put Facebook campaigns based, Facebook ads campaigns using the system that I have so that my team can receive more leads and that I can, as a business owner, bring more people to Krav Maga and those people become better and more capable as they train. That's what I'm doing. The hard part in here is to say, okay, I understand this is the micro problem. How does it connect to everything and what should I solve and how deep should I go? So I'm going to make the next phase that is to talk about this architectural review and see what Claude comes up, okay? I learned also to start talking to my it is required to change the way that we do these project reviews. What do I mean by that? Currently, besides asking you, Claude, how should we plan tasks? We don't follow a methodology. So I'd like you to use a systems engineering methodology. In this case, run this project like if you have V models, or in this case, fast iteration V models, against what you've seen so far, the folder structure, the data, tasks, and the business. And you need to go through all of the repository because, for example, the compliance layer is already built. We also have something called the Musk filter, and that means that the methodology to do improvement should be focused on his algorithm. Please go into the web or formulate the algorithm based on his method. Plan, do, check, and act. It's a sub-method inside that algorithm. So the ask is, the plan that you have looks good. It does require to have a review on are we following a method to do this end-to-end business improvement with actual results thing. I believe that we should do this using a systems engineering approach and using an extremely rapid development of things. And in my case, to be fair, it's like we need always to ensure that whatever I'm working on is the real problem of the company, not the things that I believe are really cool. Can you help on that? Wow. Okay, let's see if this has captured everything. It's not that look, I'm building an AI engine that will definitely humans move and fight. I think that's tremendously cool. The main concern when you do that is that time goes away. Time goes away. It's that time goes away. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share. Yeah, there are rules like, for example, when you run, in my case, high value services, you don't put price on things. You don't do that. Um, of course, this is like, but I heard this so much. Like, you do need to educate your Claude, like you're educating an employee, like you're training an employee, like you're training yourself, and this is phenomenal. Like, because it will stay there. This is the thing. This knowledge will stay there. So I think, yeah, I'm really excited with this. Okay, guys, tell me what you think, what you need help with, and very soon we'll see. Or give me your views, okay? I can help you do this. I can help you build your end-to-end process map, understanding constraints, understanding what are the processes that need to have, understanding how does the business flow from branding, creating an audience to end, to then, create an offer, create a, well, if you don't have a product, it's going to be hard, but you can also sort out and find a product. But building an audience, it's probably the next way, or the right way to start working on this. Reach out and enjoy your day, and of course, train every day. That's super, super important. It's two things: it's train every day and sleep 8 hours per day, and hopefully we can continue to improve our businesses and our lives with very simple, very straightforward decisions. That doesn't mean that they are simple.